Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the YanBar Podcast. Bryan Barcelo, host of this episode. Today's guest, Dionysus, you're going to have to help me out with the rest of it.
Kabukimono Élan Vital.
All right. I appreciate that. And Dionysus, please explain to our listeners and viewers exactly what it is that you do.
We are in the process of creating a Roku channel that's I'm hoping to be the next MTV for the internet age. And it's going to be a long process, but for the time being, once we get our Roku channel up, we're going to have a lot of content that's going to be very entertaining for the masses until we can, solidify and hold on to certain licenses that we'll need in order to, be pretty much a music video channel. So
Understood.
that's where we're at.
Yeah, your website is off the chain. I'm loving it. The footage on there, the videos. Now, I had a question about the videos. You edit those yourself, am I correct?
That is correct. I take random videos that I can find anywhere online, and I try to create a story out of the music itself, and what comes out is what comes out. I've gotten pretty good at it.
I think so. You said is you tell the story. How do you go about doing that? What's the process to that?
It's kind of weird. It's first there's an old song from Daft Punk back in the day. Like mix it, cut it, do it, rock it, remember that old joint?
Yes.
That's literally what it is, because it's an entire process, and it doesn't really come together until the end, man. Because I don't even know what it's going to look like until it's done.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's amazing. I've tried my hand at some editing and nowhere near as nice as you. What editor are you using?
DaVinci Resolve.
Wow.
The free version, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so I tried 18. My machine isn't strong enough for it. 17 barely worked for me, but I was trying DaVinci. It's pretty good and nice of those people to give up, the software like that.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of talk in the communities of creators that they are actually moving away from Adobe and back into DaVinci.
You said back into DaVinci.
Yeah, because a lot of people did use DaVinci back in the day, and then Adobe came out with a lot of features. And if you're in that field and trying to work in it, like I'm an IT guy. I'm not looking for that kind of work. But if you are, then you need to know Adobe, not DaVinci. You see what I mean?
Understood.
So now it has shifted back. It's like, everything comes full circle. You know what I'm saying?
Now your website is MaxPainGV. What's the GV for?
Gaming and videos.
Gaming and videos. Now I noticed you have on your website. I love the videos. Matter of fact, not the person. I love the music videos, but I'm talking about the other videos that you have. With I think it's Black History in America, American Black History.
That is what's currently being played on our platform right now. I started last year. We're gonna do it pretty much every single year, and it's just my way of providing information that you're just not going to find, because a lot of those videos that are being played on my platform right now, you can't find online anymore. You just can't find them. They've taken them away, dude. They just removed them.
Wait, because
I went back and started checking on these videos, and they're just gone. And I'm like, what? Luckily, I saved this stuff, so
well, we got them backed up too.
Yeah. They're it's right. Yeah, it's kind of odd, but yes, that's.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it, because when I was looking at the video, I'm not like say well versed in the history of Black history, but I know little things and I watch things. And when I was looking at the videos, which struck me immediately, I was like, I never saw these before.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, wow. So, and I noticed on there, they were archived. Is that where you originally found them?
Yeah, they were just randomly on YouTube channels that they didn't have really that many subscribers. You know what I mean? Just little views. and I saw them and said, "Oh, I gotta have that." And I would, for I want to say 3 years before I even started like the physical part of building MPGV, or what it's turning into rather. It was a lot of just building, a lot of getting links, downloading hard drive space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just just going through those motions and building the, you know, this catalog that I'm just sitting on. And that particular history that just ain't, this is what they don't want no more, man. This is why they fighting that whole whatever that's called now these days, the critical race theory.
Ah.
So this is the kind of stuff that they don't want this stuff out there, man.
So they're
So
saying the information that you have in these videos, that's kind of stuff they be teaching with the CRT. 'Cause I'm not really familiar with what they
that I
teach.
don't know, because I haven't read into that. It's
Right.
just I understand that there's always been a push against any kind of true history of what's been going on. Like when you hear the West was won, what's your first thought, man?
Cowboy movies.
Exactly. And that's not what it means. It was the annihilation of the wild buffalo in America.
I saw videos and they were shooting from the trains.
See
Wasn't
what
getting
I'm
for food
saying?
or nothing.
So
Wow.
that was how the West was won, brother. You
Got
see
rid
what
of the
I'm
food
saying?
supply. Starved the
Yeah.
people to death.
And the thing is, the buffalo wasn't just for food. It was for their clothing,
The TVs, if they use
their
them, yeah.
tents,
Yeah.
they use the laces on their shoes, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff the buffalo provided. It was absolutely crucial to the everyday life of the Native American. And the US government just came through and just said, nope. You remember that movie Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman?
Is that what some of the mailbox in a letter?
No,
That's
this was like their first movie together.
I don't recall.
Take a look at that, man, and you'll see at like the climax of the movie, they're all running out and looking for land.
You
And
said Far and Away? I'm
and
sorry.
it's called, I believe it's called Far and Away. I can't remember,
I'll
but
find it. You said Cruz and who else?
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, their first
Nicole
movie.
Kidman.
This was right before they got married. This is when they met. And in that movie, it's portrayed that these people during the climax, they're racing each other to get to certain spots of land, and then they claim it with a stick in the ground, right?
Yeah. I'm
That
familiar
was
with that. Yeah.
that was able to happen because the American wild buffalo was completely erased from the scenery. So now the native people were forced to just go, because what are you going to do with fish scales and maize?
Exactly.
You see what I mean? So this was a strategic process, and this is how the West was won.
Wow. I won't be seeing that the same way anymore.
All right, sir.
You
Anyway,
know, actually and stuff.
Max Payne, baby.
Yeah, actually I grew up watching Westerns. And one of the things when I got older, like in my 20s, early 20s, I realized that how screwed up in the head I was, how I was rooting for people to shoot the Indians.
Right. It was force fed to us, man. How that was. I came up that way in the Midwest.
And that's
Daniel
the Native
Boone.
Americans, what they call them, what they calling nowadays? Native Americans, Indians, I don't know anymore.
Just natives is fine, man.
Natives, okay.
Even cats today, when they get called Indian, they don't mind. They honestly don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, I actually I won't talk about me much. When I was staying in Florida, Seminole, reservations nearby. Let's go up there and see this guy named John Cloud. Kids used to go up there and hang out with him and stuff.
Okay.
So kind of familiar with him. And he told me some things. He shared some things with me.
Yeah, man. It's a whole nother way. I'm black, white, and native, but I didn't even know I was native until I actually heard it from family, like later on in life, and then went down to the Four Corners and went to powwows, and
Oh, you actually
They
did?
they
Oh,
they was all like, yeah, you are, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh wow.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, no doubt, you know what I mean? So it's just not it. It was never that, because growing up, man, in the Midwest at the time I did,
Mhm,
it was only black kids, white kids, me, because I was mixed.
mhm.
That was it.
Wow.
There were no there were no Latin kids, there were no Asian kids.
Mhm,
How diversified it is today. If there were, they were foreign exchange students.
mhm. I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
completely. Yeah. Even here around these parts and stuff where I used to live downtown, walk around my old neighborhoods, and I see people that I've never seen. People from other countries, ethnicities and stuff. Never seen that before. Where I grew up, it was all black.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
once in a while, you may say, well, the mailman and
Oh yeah,
police.
you was on that side of the train tracks.
Yeah, yeah. So I understand completely. Now I was thinking about the music video. Sorry, I'm bouncing around a lot. The music video, as far as the music, do you have any problems with obtaining copyright permission for songs?
No. YouTube provides the copyright permissions. That's why I only release on YouTube. The users of those copyrights will allow or not allow. I have a lot more content that I can't put on YouTube. I put it on Vimeo,
Oh, thank
because
you for that.
Vimeo doesn't have as many hardcore copyright checks as YouTube does with their algorithms. However, I am unable to make money off of that channel at all. I can't monetize that channel because that these copyright owners are allowing the use of their copyrighted material. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and any
It's
proceeds
it's
go to them.
it's just when you run across a copyright that you can't do. You know that song, who was it, Jay-Z? I made a dope video to that too. What was it? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. That's all right there. You can't do nothing with that song. All
Ah,
right, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, there is a line, and I dance it with YouTube, and that's why with my own platform, in order for me to do what I need to do, I need to secure those proper licenses, those blanket licenses from, I believe there's four or either five, and once I acquire those, then I'll be able to actually move my content that I've been doing with music over to, the actual Roku channel, and also other creators, because there's a lot of good creators out there making music videos these days. Like, it's not just me.
mhm.
Like, I just have my own style. That's all it is.
It's a great style.
It's out there. So I'd love to provide a platform to showcase all of this skill that these people are doing out there, because nobody knows it's even there.
Exactly. Now, on the music videos I was looking at, I remember when we first started talking, he said it tells a story. And I agree with that so much. Matter of fact, I was mesmerized. Like I said, I did have a video editing myself, and I was mesmerized by your edits. Like, how many cuts were in there? There's quite a few.
I've gone up to at least 300,
Wow. And
at
that's
least,
necessary to make
and
these
that's
videos.
necessary. Yes, that's necessary.
So no
But
wonder I have so much trouble.
those are the hard ones that'll take. I keep coming back to it and just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going for, days. And then
Oh,
there's those other ones to where you'll have only maybe 20 cuts, and then you'll cook it, and then you'll come back to it. Oh, I made a mistake here. And then you'll, fix it, because, people like us are perfectionists. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna release something that, damn, that one part. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you know what? I thank you for the professional part, but I'm actually that guy you talk about. I can't tell how many times I upload a video. Then when I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Hmm.
But you're
It's
absolutely
always
right.
that thing. It's always that thing, man. So I
So,
always try to check
mhm,
first before an actual release or whatnot. But to me, to answer your question,
mhm,
um, I I have to say it's a gift, man, because I've been into music my entire life. I was that band nerd. I managed the band, you know what I'm saying? And I did everything for the band. I made music in the Bay Area. All of it sold, and they were just interludes. I was doing stuff like Timbaland right before Timbaland came out. Remember Timbaland Offbeat?
Oh yeah.
That was my style. Yeah, I was mad. I was mad. Who the Timbaland? You taking my beat. Anyway, yeah.
And so
But
how about now? You still doing music production?
no. I plan on doing it at some point. I plan on actually creating a record label and getting together with my wife and some other people that I know, and creating some wonderful music, because I know we have that base to do it. It shouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's butter, but I can't get into that again, like making music without having the time to do it.
Understood.
I'm working a 9 to 5 still and running this business and whatnot. And
It's only 24 hours.
if I was to create music again, I would have to, give it a lot of time. And you can't just put it down and then come back to it like video editing. You see what I mean? You gotta you don't stop. You don't stop till it's done. That's how creating music is.
Exactly. Yeah. You keep striking while iron's hot. I understand.
Exactly. Or else you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna
exactly.
You're gonna lose it. You could be, oh man, what was that? And it's just gone.
You're right. And I've been learning that the hard way. I thought like I can go back to songs, whatever that inspiration is that first prompted it is no longer there.
You can't stop until you're done, man. Or at least you get to a point to where the base is now set. You know what I'm saying? And now you can put those little intricates in and actually create the chorus and the music to go with that bass, whatever you did. You see what I'm saying? Right. But that was me back way long time ago, back in the day, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I ran into that the other day. I happened to come across some song lyrics. And I said, oh yeah. And then when I tried to think of it, just the feeling wasn't there anymore. The melody, everything was there, just the feeling wasn't there. I was like, oh man. So like I said, song's gone, at least for now. And check this out. Your names. It just got the meeting going to end in 10-minute thing. Anyway, your names. This seems like an amalgamation, like compilation things.
Yes.
Could you explain it?
You're talking about on Facebook, right?
Yes. Yeah. I like it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. So I originally, my name, I can't even remember what my name was, but I got Facebook a long time ago just to stay in contact with my family who's all around the country. Mm-hmm. And I had a big falling out with fam over, me starting this business, because apparently it wasn't supposed to be me. Right. So
that's a separate story there.
Exactly. I ain't even gonna get into that because I don't like, you know what I'm saying, and I know this gonna be out there, but whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Middle finger, yo. So Dionysus is he's a god of, what was it, the god of just getting drunk and having a good
party
time.
Guy. Yeah,
he's the god of like partying and going crazy. Right. So I was like, well, that's what I've pretty much done my entire life, but now I'm a father. But yeah, I still have that energy, you know what I'm saying? Because when I come around, don't nobody drink like that, you know what I'm saying? I always, you know what I mean? Like even my brother's like, man, I hate it when you come around. Why? Because I don't drink as much.
Understood.
You know what I mean? So that just made sense for me. Kabukimono, that's just old school for me, man, because it actually is a double meaning if you really know the stuff, because there was no such thing as ninja back in the day. That's some made up stuff that it's
that I didn't know.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, man. There's really no such thing as a ninja, man.
I hope I remember that to research that some more.
And the ninja that were actually samurai that would go beyond their particular code just to get a job done. You see what I mean? By any means necessary. They were Ninja were the Malcolm X. You see what I mean? That's the best way to put that. And Kabukimono was not just like the Ronin, the samurai that didn't have masters,
Right.
they were the ones that would actually dress up like women to get close to their target. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By
Eh,
any means necessary.
exactly. And then you
And
have two other names on there. One of them was Itama.
Élan Vital,
Uh-huh.
that's pretty much changing because of nature itself. You're evolving. Pretty much, that's what that means.
That's so cool.
You
Now,
you were evolved by force.
ah, now before we go, where can people find you online?
Oh, they can just look up the Facebook. They can look up the YouTube channel. They can look up the website. That's pretty much it.
MaxPainGV.com.
That is correct. We'll be rebranding soon because I'm in the middle of quite the court battle for that trademark because I can't really mention their names, but they were upset with that.
Yeah, understandably so. Well, I love it. Now, another thing, we're getting down to it. It's customary here. Do you have last words, parting words, advice, something you want to leave with people?
No, I'll do some quick shots out. Original
Okay.
members of Max Payne. Back in the day, it was just a bunch of brothers from Brooklyn and Bronx and New York that got together and played the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the 360. And I happened to run into them, and it's been the rest is history type deal. So shouts out to them, Black Hamlet, L Train, Jesus is a Black Guy, Big Mo, Burks, Steel Beam, all those cats, man, because everybody's life happened. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man.
Another thing, Dionysus, how'd you meet Mr. Smooth? If it wasn't Mr. Smooth, I wouldn't have ran into
Oh,
you.
I know him through my immediate family. He's an uncle to me. He's like
Oh,
that,
wow.
that uncle that ain't family but is family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He's a straight uncle to me because of how tight he is with my family when my family was out in California.
Mhm.
And that's how I know that man.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and that's how I found you and stuff. So it's good. Also, props to Mr. Smooth. Peace, guy.
Word, man. Love you, man.
Yeah, man.
Can't wait to see
Dionysus.
you. Vegas.
Yeah, Dionysus, I appreciate you so much for accepting the invite to do this podcast.
Man, I appreciate the time to get us out there for this minute, man. I really do.
Yeah, and please don't let this be your last time. Anytime you got something you want to talk about or whatever, please hit me up.
Oh man, you don't want me to get started. That's why I got two microphones on my avatar on my logo. That's why there's two mics. There's one that's the entertainment, and there's the other one where I just let it rip, and I don't hold back. They ready, man.
Oh, Dionysus, you're definitely gonna have to come back, man.
Yep.
All right, I appreciate it so much. One moment, let me say goodbye to everybody. Everybody, it's another episode of YanBar Podcast. Once again, my name is Bryan Barcelo, here with Dionysus, a whole bunch of other names after that. I'm not gonna try to do that, Dionysus. And and I want to remind you guys to check out our previous YanBar Podcast guests, and always to remember that the YanBar Podcast is a place where you make it happen. Once again, Bryan Barcelo, here with Dionysus from MaxPainGV.com. Peace, everybody.